to share. My WhatsApp is not working, so you're going to be getting this late. Major interesting what's happening this week. Man, you commit to 21 days of fasting, whatever it is, whatever God puts on your heart to commit to. I knew that I needed to let go of the television, the social media, and not necessarily food, but specifically things that I know are not good for me, and also just one meal I am committed to, and that's it. You know, I think that for everyone it's different. So I think whatever God puts on your heart to fast. I know with Daniel, you know, he committed to a specific food, and I think, you know, that doesn't mean that doesn't mean that's what we're all supposed to do, you know. So anyway, I will definitely, I'm journaling everything, but I needed to share with you what happened yesterday because it's so powerful. And I will give pictures of what God gave me, even in nature. It was just unreal. So I had to drive down to Lucas's doctor's appointment. All of that went well. Got back home. As we got into Reno, it started downpouring. Like, I'm talking, I saw lightning as we were entering Reno. And I don't know about you guys, but lightning freaks me out. I had not good experiences when I was younger with it. My aunt and uncle's house burned down, and we actually saw the lightning strike it. And my cousin got struck with lightning when he was mowing the lawn in the rain. I have no idea why he was doing that, but anyways, so I have fear of lightning. So I was driving in, and I had to stop and get some stuff at Harbor Freight. I had bought a compressor to use a nail gun, and I didn't have the hose for it. So I stopped, and it was pouring so hard, and I knew Lucas was not going to get out of the car. So I was like, okay, I gotta go fast, you know. I need to get that hose and get out here. So I parked right in the front, and I got out, and it had poured so fast that there was already like 1 inch to 2 inches of water all over the pavement. So I'm in my flip-flops and I'm running. I get inside the store. That went fast. Got back out, get in my car, and leave. And I'm like, where's my phone? So I turned back around. It's not in my purse, which is where it's usually at. And looked all over the car. Went back into Harbor Freight. Walked around the store, couldn't find it. Walked through the parking lot, couldn't find it. Walked next door to Grocery Outlet, couldn't find it. So I was like, all right, I guess I better go to Verizon and at least see if they can locate the phone. I have my Apple Watch, but that doesn't work unless you have your phone, you know, connected. And so I'm like, you know, praying. I'm like, okay, God, I don't know what you want to come from this, you know. In the middle of any kind of situation like that, I always have to remember Romans 8:28. He makes all things work together for good, right? All things. So that means even losing my phone. So I was like, okay, Lord, I know you're going to make this work for good, and I don't know what's supposed to come of it. I don't have the finances to do this, but it's okay, you know? And I knew that this phone was almost, if not already paid off. No. So I was just really frustrated, you know, also, and I was like, don't let me be frustrated. There's a reason. Whoever took the phone, which I knew somebody had to have taken it, because the only thing that could have happened is it fell out of my purse and somebody saw it in the parking lot and picked it up, which I still can't even believe that, you know. I mean, there was so much rain, and so I mean, my feet were soaking wet, even my my ankles, because I was trudging through the rain. So I just was praying, and then I didn't know where a Verizon store was. So the girl at Grocery Outlet was like, I think it's over there by Whole Foods. So I started that direction, And I was like, I'm not going to find this. And Lucas was getting frustrated. It was pouring rain more. So I pulled in. I go into Big Five. She's like, oh, yeah, it's right down the street, like literally under the freeway. It's like, okay. So I get in there, pull in, walk in, and it's 2 minutes to closing. I'm standing there. Oh, my God, it's packed. And this guy comes over. He's like, I'm going to lock the door. He goes, have you been helped? I said, no. And he goes, okay, well, you're already in here, so I'll help you. So I tell him what happened. And he's like, yeah, well, let me see, And I said, can you lock the phone? Can you locate the phone? Can you do something so I might have a chance of finding it? And he was like, we can't locate it. You have to call Verizon to do that. And he wasn't going to call Verizon. He just wanted to sell me a phone, basically, I think. But anyways, I said, well, do I have an upgrade? Yeah, I've always got upgrades because I'm paying on this phone. My daughter's on my account. I don't know how that all works, but so he says, all right, well, let's see, you can do this phone, and it's the same amount, actually less than what you have been paying, but he's like, you only have one payment left on this phone. I was like, oh my God. I was like, are you serious? I have one payment, and then I have to buy a whole new one for 2 years. I have to pay, $25 or something a month, which could totally go for something else, that I was like, okay, God, if you think this is what if you want me to have another phone, I don't know, this is like, I'm just going to trust you. Because the thing was I really did not want to go home without any type of communication. I don't have a home landline. And after what happened with Lucas, I'm very fearful of having no means of communication at night out there in the country, So I was like, well, I'm just going to go ahead and buy it, and I'm like praying. I'm like, God, please just let everything, be what you want it to be, because I don't know what you want me to do, but I'm praying that this is the right choice. So I went ahead and got it, and the store had closed, so left the store, and I see on my Apple Watch, as soon as he starts the new phone, I have all these messages coming in, and I'm like, Mom, what do you think it is? And I'm like, what is this? My daughter's like, my daughter Taylor had her sonogram yesterday, and they found out the sex, and so I have like a massive thread of people guessing what it was, and I'm like, oh my goodness. So I finally call Samantha, my daughter, because she was the one messaging me, and she's like, oh gosh, she's like, you got your phone? And I said, no, I had to go buy a new one. And she's like, no, someone found it. And I was like, what? And she was like, yeah, call Taylor. So I called Taylor, and she goes, you bought a phone? And I go, Taylor, what am I supposed to do? I'm not going to drive all the way home, and I'm not going to wait out here. I have no way of knowing if someone's found it or if it's just stolen. And she said, well, the guy who found it called my sister. My sister called Taylor, and Taylor said his name was Michael, and he was the nicest guy she's ever talked to. She's like, Mom, I couldn't believe it. He was willing to go anywhere you were, but we didn't know where you were. And so he was going to come all the way to my house. And I told him, because of the rain, there was a lot of traffic, so just leave it at the Western Village Casino. And she said, so that's where he left it. And I was like, are you serious? I go, how would he get in my phone? Because I thought I had it locked. But I think now that I think about it, I took the lock off so he could use it when we were out for his talking app. So I guess I'm very thankful that happened, because I don't know what he would have done. I mean, I don't know. But anyways, he found my phone. He left it at the casino. So I was like, oh my goodness, Lord. And as I'm talking to Taylor, okay, in the parking lot, I look up, and there's this most amazing bright rainbow in the sky. Like, brightest rainbow I've ever seen, because the behind it was super black and dark, and then there was a light right underneath it. I mean, I took a picture of it and I just couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my gosh, this rainbow is amazing. And then I got off the phone and I just started praying and crying. I was like, this is so you, God, that you would take this storm and turn it into this rainbow to where, like, and no matter what, I knew you were going to turn it around, and you knew that. You knew my heart. You knew that I was trusting you in this and that you would make it good. And I'm not sure why you wanted all of this to happen, but I'm going to be praying for the guy in the Verizon store. I'm going to be praying for the lady that helped me at the hardware store. I'm going to be praying for the guy who turned in my phone, because I started really thinking, as God takes me through this faith walk, it's like I have to remember all of the people. No, I have to remember all of the people that I come in contact with, because there's a reason for that, and we have to make the most of every opportunity. So each person that I thought of, no, we can't go there. Each person that I remembered seeing that he was very clearly showed me, I prayed for them. And last night I prayed for them this morning, and then I called Verizon this morning and they were like, yeah, you can take this phone back. You just return it and we'll credit your whole account. You don't have to make, we'll give you the full refund. God is so good, you guys. So that's the stuff that happens. What the enemy will mean for evil, God will turn it into, no, we can't go to school for Frosties. No, we're going to your therapist. What the enemy tries to use for good, what he tries to steal, what he tries to destroy, God will always turn it around and give it life. He will allow you to speak life into people's lives. He will allow you to feel his truth in your bones. And I am telling you, this 21-day thing, yeah, there's been some major things thrown at me. Lucas's behaviors. But in the middle of all of that, God has brought people in at the same time to say, hey, guess what? This door opened. Hey, guess what? This door opened. And just, then now, his behavior is a lot better. We had a great visit yesterday with a doctor, and we're getting, that doctor was amazing. I have to say, I wish every doctor was like him. He was so good. And, but I just had to tell you guys this testimony, because what an amazing God we serve. If we just commit to intimacy with him, he is so faithful in blessing us and honoring that commitment. And because all God wants is intimacy. All he wants is something I heard this morning from a pastor. I was listening to messages. The two things that he intended when he created us was for us to be in his likeness and to have his authority. And that's all we should ever strive for, is to realize, like, he wants us to fulfill the purpose that he had intended for us. And he wants us to understand the authority that he has given to us. He's so good. Such a good God. So just wanted to share that with you guys. I love you guys. I hope this encourages you.